Hi everybody, it's Dawn Colicchio with RE/MAX Diamond Realtors from Central New Jersey. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications, because every Wednesday I upload a new video to give you insight on the real estate market, terms, what's happening in the market, buyer's market, seller's market, all those things that you need to know so that when you go through the process, it's a lot easier for you. So stay tuned, because today we are talking about Certificate of Occupancy. And although it sounds really, really easy, there's a lot of things that go into it that you need to know to make life easier. So as I said, today's topic is the Certificate of Occupancy. And basically what that is the township, their inspection to come out and make sure that the house is safe for humans to inhabit. That's basically it in a nutshell, but there's so much more that goes into it. I think some of the challenges with it is that, number one, no two towns are exactly the same. So the qualifications and what they're looking for is different from town to town to town, which is crazy, right? I've been doing real estate for over 13 years, and one of my pet peeves is that it really should be statewide, so that you know what you're looking for in each town. But that being said, obviously they all have their websites. As a realtor, we go on the website, we make sure that exactly what they're looking for so that the homeowner can take care of it prior to getting rejected. The other thing is the costs are all over the map. I mean, I've seen CO inspections $50. I've also seen them for $250. The first thing I want to go over is the inspections that basically every town is looking for, the things that they have in common. We'll do that first, because that's kind of simple. Basically, every town wants to make sure there are smoke and carbon monoxide detectors on every floor and a fire extinguisher in the kitchen. Some towns want you to mount them in the kitchen. Other towns are okay with you just leaving it on the kitchen counter so the inspector can see it. So that's pretty much across the board what every town is looking for. The other thing that every town is looking for is open permits. So I think the most common is a hot water heater, a shed, sometimes a deck, and a lot of times, if you buy the shed from Home Depot and you're totally capable of putting it together, you put it together, you put it in the corner of your lawn, and you forget all about it. And then you're really reminded of it when you apply for a CO and they flag you because there's a shed there, and they're like, wait a minute, you never took out a permit. There are setbacks. Different towns have different regulations. The shed has to be, 12 inches or a foot off the property line. There's different things for different towns. So you have to do your due diligence. And again, that's where a realtor comes in. That's what we do for our clients. We make sure all the permits are closed out before we have a buyer and apply for a CO. Those are the things that are really important. And the problem is, you might be thinking, big deal, Dawn, so I have to close out a permit. Unfortunately, if you wait till the last minute to find out all this stuff, you have a buyer. Now the buyer's saying, well, wait a minute, I need to close. I need to close on July 15th. That's the date on the contract. And now you're saying, well, the town can't get out here to inspect the shed, to finalize, the permit, or I have to take out a permit. It becomes a nightmare, and you don't want to lose a buyer over something, for lack of a better word, kind of stupid, right? Another issue I've come across is, okay, you know what, Dawn? We'll just take the shed down. It's old, no big deal. I'm not going to take out a permit. We'll just take it down. Or, okay, the deck is kind of in bad shape, so we'll just rip the deck down. The problem is that the buyer made an offer on a house that had a deck, and now they either want a credit for a deck or they're going to kill the deal. So it's not always, let's just rip it down. Like I said, being proactive in these situations can save you time, aggravation, and money. Now here's where the fun part starts. Okay, so for an example, Metuchen, New Jersey, they really don't come out to the property. They don't send an inspector out. The realtor or the homeowner goes down and fills out a fire and smoke certification. And the owner signs in front of a notary and says, on my honor, I swear that there are smoke detectors and carbon monoxide and a fire extinguisher. And they put their little seal on it, and within 2 weeks, they mail you the C of O. Easy, right? I wish every town was like that. The flip side is a town like maybe Piscataway, where it used to be really easy, but they've changed all their guidelines. Now, I've had homeowners have to trim trees back that are hanging over either the house or the garage for the CO inspection. I've had homeowners where, when you have your sidewalk and it kind of butts up and you have that little lip, kind of a trip hazard, I've had homeowners had to fill that in with cement so that it's no longer a trip hazard. The list goes on, and there's so many variables that I really can't even go over all of them in this video, but the bottom line is you have to do your due diligence. You have to find out what your town requires way ahead of time, as soon as you put your house on the market. A lot of times a homeowner doesn't even remember. You know what, Dawn? I have no idea if I took a permit out for that shed. I have no idea. I put it up 27 years ago when we moved in. Not a problem. You just have to make sure you do your due diligence to find out. They also have stiff regulations now on smoke detectors. Number one, if your smoke detectors are hardwired, you cannot replace one with just one of the ones that you find in Home Depot, the battery operated. The other thing is, the batteries used to be those 9-volt little square batteries. Now the smoke detectors come with a 10-year battery in them, sealed battery in them. And they can't be any more than 10 years old. So the inspector looks for all that. Like I said, the Certificate of Occupancy is a very important document. It can hold up your closing and postpone it, and you could actually lose money. So although it sounds really, really silly, I just want to educate people on that document because I've seen it in the past kind of screwing up closings. And like I said, the last thing that we want you to do when you are selling your property is to lose time, money, and to stress over things. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section. I love, love, love to read your comments. Also, hit the bell so you'll get notified when I have another video. I upload every Wednesday morning, and I would love for you to join me. So I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.